Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're having a absolutely fabulous day here today. Funniest thing is, right, so recently, over the course of like the last, I would say, 20 somewhat videos, people have been asking me like, hey, are there any more teams you could think of for other beasts that are pretty good, that are worth like using? And I said, you know what, screw it. SKOLL and HATI is the one that I get asked the most. So I thought I'd like try and use some different characters and see if I can formulate something pretty good. And genuinely speaking, it's not bad. It's very good. The thing is, I still, out of all my videos, get the most comments for SKOLL and HATI when I thought that Nidhogg would be the new talked about demonic beast. But apparently, nobody gives a crap about this beast. Like, nobody does. It's crazy because I think, personally, Netmarble designed the beast to be way too hard that a casual or even a semi-casual or even, like, the middle ground player will not even attempt this beast, which is sad. But the beast itself is annoying. I agree, too. I haven't even touched it. I literally, look at this. I just have this. Again, I've just been doing, like, the daily thing or the weekly one. So honestly, SKOLL and HATI is pretty much a little bit easier now as I've learned it, as I've gotten the relic, and as some characters have released. Today, another team that can help you farm it, and I gotta say, this is actually insane. I had zero expectations going into this team, similar to go through one, but I was pleasantly surprised. Today, let's talk about it, let's hop to the gameplay, and then we'll do the team showcase and break down replacements and all that at the very end. So loading in here, I got the video here for you. Again, this is what I have tried with now for 2 attempts. So always, whenever I record a demonic beast video, I always try it twice. I do it twice to see if the first time was just pure luck, and then I try the second time, see how it goes. Out of both times, I only reset once, and the reason that I reset, and I'll tell you why, is because I did not expect for these characters to do this much damage, because Roxy's passive is nuts. And because of that, I kept burning unnecessary cards like this. That's a lot of freaking damage, bro. But because of that, I kept burning unnecessary cards, and when I did that, I kept on going into the next turn with like missing cards that I could have kept easily. So after doing the first attempt, I reset once. I understood that, okay, this is how much these cards can actually hold up for, and because of that passive, it's nuts. They actually do an insane amount of damage, which is super cool, right? So again, with the first floor, it's very simple to get through. You attack the white dog, you then go for the opposite dog, and then on the final floor, always attack left to right. That's how I do it. Because the left dog always has that passive, recovery, disable, all that. And in the gameplay, I think every time when I got on the second phase, I personally always try to kill the dog like first turn on the second phase, because he will apply recovery, disable, and when that happens, you're screwed, John. You're screwed. Nothing you can do. It's done for, okay? So that's what I would personally recommend. But yeah, also, I will talk about team composition, all that at the very end of the video. I always do it that way so I can at least dedicate that section to perfectly describe every aspect of it, give you alternatives, and so you at least get a feel for the team and then see that. But there are replacements, okay? I'll tell you one right now real quick, but if you don't have Freya, you can actually do a Freya-less team, though they are very more, I would say, glass cannon format, which is you will do a good amount of damage. You will. But you will take an insane amount of damage, okay? So you have to understand that that's what the thing is here. But you can clearly see I could have easily saved the... Never mind, because the... Yep, okay. Because it does ricochet damage or death damage, whatever. Forgot. I was like, I could have saved that ult, but I did waste a lot of cards because they do a lot of damage. And because of her passive, I gotta say, this team is pretty good. Now, again, for anyone that asked, like, would you rank like the teams that I've showcased? Personally, I would say this is the second best team. That's not Scotty's team. So Scotty is a character I yet have to showcase and try in this demonic beast, but everyone tells me to do it. I have yet to use her, but the second I do, you'll be the first to know, okay? You'll be the first to know. So I'll update you then, but as of right now, from the teams that I showcased, which was the go through one, I took a second here to get in match, but yeah. But out of the like, what is it? What was I trying to say? Out of the teams that I showcased, it's the Trader Melee one, which is Trader Melee Freya. It's just a basic team with no heals, no nothing, just full on send, you'll win, right? There is one with, you know, Gother, Festival King. That's the second one that I attempted. And then the third one that I, again, showed in a showcase and told you these are my favorite teams. This is the next one. So there's 3 of those. Out of the 3, this is second. I think Gother's is third, because that team is more stall. It's like a stall team, right? Where you're just basically relying on King's Shield and Gother's passive to keep you alive and keep you doing damage when you need to. This team was more, you know, just keep on damaging, and I like teams more like that. I think every GC player likes to damage more, not stall out turns. So with this and the Trillion Meliodas team, I personally think the Trillion Meliodas team is easier for a free-to-play to pick up and to use because this is obviously Roxy. Second, you don't need too much substats to get through it. But again, what I recommend, and this is what you should know, you'll have to play around with the team a few times going in and see what happens. If they attack, so if this wolf attacks Roxy, you are done for. You are 100% done for. So you have to make sure the wolf will attack Thonar, right? So what you got to do is just keep raising Roxy's HP and defense to make sure she does not get attacked. I have a 14% on both sides, but she's running with attack crit. That is true. But on her defense middle slots, they're at 15% on one of them. So you have to raise the defense in order to make sure she stays alive. If she gets attacked, Tarm's not doing anything to help her, obviously. Tarm's not on her. And because, you know, she's more of a, again, glass cannon unit, she'll take an insane amount of damage. So you got to be a little bit careful with that and play that into how you handle your, again, gear and all of that. Make sure Thonar's the one getting attacked, because if Thonar gets attacked, she will heal back, she'll be good. And also, play your cards right in where you basically continue to keep your Thonar's passive or relic continuously active, right? So keep attacking, keep like stacking that up. You'll see here and there I target the opposite dog that can't get attacked, just to build up Thonar's passive or get some lifesteal for her because she needs it, right? So always play around that part of it. But again, with minimal RNG, you still will be able to do this. You can see here how much damage they're gonna literally do. And I was like, wow, I did not expect that. But yeah, it's personally speaking, from what I've seen here, Roxy's a great unit. Okay, she really is. It's just she released at a bad time. Hence the reason people are forced to skip her, because there's a collab up and coming around the corner. It's gonna happen. You're screwed if you summon for Roxy, because the gem income also has been a little bit less lately. Because you know, the festival was there, gave you somewhat gems. Little less than usual. You had to summon for that festival. It was a pretty good festival. You went through Roxy, could have skipped like most of the banners around it, but in these latest updates, it's been pretty dry. Labyrinth and now Tower Trials. That's really it, right? So over the course of these weeks, we haven't even had a special login. Last year, for the same update, you got like a Valentine's or a spring special gift login, which was cool. This time, they didn't do it this year, right? So there are a few things that did, you know, kind of get subtracted this year on the gem income, so it's been a little bit rough, a little bit for some people. Again, me personally, I'm not gonna like flex or anything, but I was able to skip a lot of the banners and be able to like do a little bit better just because of luck here and there, and just because last year I went skipping so much. It's been a little bit, right? I skipped Merlin's festival, I skipped so many stuff before that. I did like a rotation on Shield Hero, liked it, skipped everything until Escanor, skipped everything until Melee, skipped everything up until like Freya, and then I got luckier there, and then again skipped everything again. So I've just been skipping mostly and potentially summoning on a rag unit or whatever. But it's been basically the year for me. So yeah, honestly, we'll see what's happening. What happens with Magilda too? I don't know. I haven't tried her yet on this, but people are telling me that she's really good for this. So I'll update you later when I use Magilda for this. But I personally don't think that she'll be better than the teams that we already have. But I could be wrong. It could be like a free-to-play carry, and just again more of a defensive team that will keep you alive and actually consistently help you farm it for again lower stats, lower box CC, lower GP point account. But again, from what I know, and people keep asking me also this question, like, can you beat, you know, SKOLL and HATI with a smaller GP account? And you can. Okay, on JP, the account that I used was a 5 million box CC account, which I think was on like 3rd, maybe 4th constellation, maybe I think 3rd. I don't exactly know. If it's 5 million box CC, it's super low on constellation, right? And I beat SKOLL and HATI, right? So it is possible. It definitely is. It just the dedication to getting your gear proper, learning the thing, getting the card set together. Again, the card set's a must-have. And with, I think Tower is what gives you the rest of the card set. So with Tower leaving, what are we gonna do? Where are they gonna replace that? Is it gonna be the new content and it's like that's the replacement, or are they just gonna give the card to everyone for free? So I do warn you, and I don't know what they're gonna do. But just make sure you get that card. If you don't have that card, you're done for. Because SKOLL and HATI and other demonic beasts can really use, and you can benefit in like an insane amount from that one card set, right? Which is like, it's the funniest thing. What are they gonna do with that card set? I wonder. But Maybe they'll replace it in a piece of content somewhere else, or that's what they'll do. But back to the guide. Again, yes, I recorded so many guides on this, so I think most of the people know how to beat it, but just follow exactly what I do here. Mainly, you always aim left to right on the dog when it comes to the final stage. That's the main gimmick to understand. Never get ulted on. It's going to do an insane amount of damage to you. If you're running Brunhild, that heal is what you're going to be kind of using to, I think, cleanse also. But Freya is better for me, in my opinion. Yes, I've seen the Brunhild team. I don't like it. Too much glass cannon, relies too much on RNG and substats. And again, I personally think that Brunhild team needs a little more GP points, because there's no way that I was able to get through it. Because when I got attacked, I just died right away. There's no shot. So because of that, I would say that the Freya team is much better. But again, as you always see here in phase 2, I try my best to always kill, because that recovery disable it's brutal. It is brutal. So try your best, or just go in with full health, get recovery disabled, go into the next turn, and then try to recover that HP with ults or whatever. But you can definitely stall in the second turn with a stall team like King or something like that to negate some of the damage, which is good. But again, you see with the card set here, both Roxy and Escanor are immune to the freeze, which is pretty cool. Thonar got frozen, had no cards, which is also pretty nice. I did my little think here. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? It's a lot to process. I was like, all right, I'll just go this way. Again, I'm pleasantly surprised that this team held up as well as it did for 2 full runs with only 1 reset, and that was due to my stupidity, not knowing that these cards can actually do a lot of damage. But you can kind of see here, right? With Escanor's ult, 754, with this ult, it'll crit, and then it will give you an extra 60k damage, which is like, that's so clean that damage comes in, and it comes in so clutch. 366, hits up for 644. Again, the damage is freaking crazy that is able to just come from the passive, which it makes me so happy that Roxy, or at least a catastrophe unit this time, was great, right? Creates that entire thing that, oh, in the future, maybe Camilla might be good, you know? Maybe she might work for something. But, or Shin too. Shin already kind of had a good unit. Green Shin was like the farming unit for any free-to-play out there. But, I do wonder, are they going to do justice to Camilla, or is she just done for? Like, it really is a catastrophe. Get it? What they did to her? But hey, we'll find out. I'm thinking by before like September-ish, we'll get Camilla. I'm gonna go with that as like the thing, because they have to still substitute Ragnarok and festivals in. And over the summer, it's like Ragnarok galore, and rather festival galore, right? And potential for a collab again. So I'll aim for like around September area when we get, you know, Camilla. That's saying that they do Shin earlier, which I don't think they'll do. We don't really know. But again, it's super weird how they're handling the catastrophe story too, because they have to mix that in with the stream. So they have to have a hyped update every time, and it's also like a year. Last year we knew what would happen. This year we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, are they gonna delay more of, you know, Ragnarok to get OC story out? We don't know. But that's the run. Very simple. Look at this. I did the full run, and you saw there were no cuts. Literally no cuts. It was a 12-minute run. I think that's like world record. And I stalled at the beginning, right? I go back to the beginning here. You can clearly see that it was like at least 30 seconds of just stalling, and then I started attacking. So this was a very fast run. Let me show you the team. Let's talk about team composition. Let's go over that. So onto the gear and onto everything. This is what I run, right? Take a quick little look at that, and then I want to dedicate this little segment to Thonar, because this is the #1 question over every SKOLL and HATI god I get, saying, is that the best equipment, right? This is personally what I like the most, okay? The most efficient, the most effective, the one that I can actually use and get through this content is this one. I never, ever liked the other one. When this is there, right? And how I look at it is, you're able to lifesteal an insane amount back that it doesn't matter, right? People run 2 defense, this, HP, then this. I think that the best is attack, and then you go for resistance. I personally think that is the best. Again, my rolls aren't even too spectacular. This is at 3.5. I could definitely get that better, and I still am able to do pretty good with it. These are close to perfection, minus this one. That is what I recommend to be the best. Again, I do also recommend you max out some of your stats here. Thonar is a very weird character to where she'll take a lot of damage here or there. So try your best to manage this character, as this is, you know, the best gear for her. So if I were to build it, this is personally the way I would build it, but again, it's fully up to you. You can decide. You can try both. See how it goes. Run a R set or below, and, you know, hammer it out, or rather gold it out, and then see if that works for you. But again, that's the most luck or most consistency I get from this one gear set. The rest always are attack crit for me. When you ran Gothard, that was obviously not, but that's a different team. So again, attack crit, go with that. Card set is basically the similar thing here. Associations, I basically just ran the Merlin one, Tarmiel, Sariel, Mael. Again, you don't need Mael, you can always swap that out for something else. The 20% damage is good, but not needed per se. So really that's what I go for. Again, it's not a stacked box CC, it's not a stacked GP point account. It definitely isn't. This is not a whale account by any means. So if I'm able to do it, you probably can too. Again, for the swaps, remember, the easy swap is always removing this for Brunhild. This is the point and the essence of the video, so swapping this out is stupid, but you can run Trinameli, you can run Brunhild, you can run Scotty, you can run, there's plenty of characters, I'm just gonna forget them now. You can run a Fez King combo, Fez Gothard combo, a Freya combo. There are crap tons of units you can run in tandem to these ones, right? So again, you can always swap for those units, the main SKOLL and HATI killers, but I still think this team is very strong and very good, all right? So out of everything I'd recommend to you, try it out, see how it goes for you. The damage is nuts. It's freaking nuts. But again, the tip is you have to make sure her defense is super stacked out so that she gets attacked, because if she gets attacked, she will die, okay? So work around that defense, see what you can do, see if you don't have the cosmetics, see if you don't have this, if you can up the cosmetics by enhancing, just make sure your gear is perfect, get your association gear also pretty good. Lower her HP or her defense on the association or anything like that. Just make sure that they do not attack Roxy or you will die, 100%, right? So with it, that's been it. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a stay safe, peace, and enjoy. It's been it for me. Quick little video here, and I thought that it was very good team, so test it out.